Boom, 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 boom. Oh, yeah. What's up, family? This your boy, your host, you dig. Once again, tapping in. Fire Knowledge for Hustlers Global Podcast. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell for when your boy go live, baby. Yeah. Now tonight, man, we got another hot episode. Uh, you know, I'm an author, so I get a lot of DMs, people asking me questions. What did I do? How did I get started writing novels, writing urban novels, writing books, you know, um, and making the transition to nonfiction to fiction, you know what I'm saying? And things like that. So, you know, and it go both ways as well. You feel me? Now, you did. So what we gonna do right here is just get into a little general talk, little general conversation on how I got started in the game of writing. So I was incarcerated at one time, you know what I mean, and I did a lot of reading, getting my knowledge up. Going to the law library, going to the library, checking out different books, learning new subjects, and I began to notice a pattern. For instance, sometimes we'll have lockdowns, and Maselli, at that time, his name was and I noticed he used to like to read a lot of urban novels. I was into the conscious thing, staying spiritually grounded, disciplined, and just reading, because I wanted to become a better person and build my character in my new walk of life. So, with this being said, I seen the book one day, so I said, "Man, I wonder what reading." So I said, "Oh, let me get that book. Let me check it out from yourself." He said, "Hey, man, I got a couple of these things." So I said, "Okay, let me read this one here." I think I read uh it was either Sister Soldier, Coldest One Ever, or it might have been A Hustler's Wife. It was one of the books, but it was the same kind of story I noticed that was a pattern. Like they from the hood, they grinding, they meet who they meet. The guy, he's a hustler in the neighborhood. He getting money. They get the money, switch it over, fix it up, clean it up. Try to do some different things with the money and make different investments as the guy or the character becoming the boss inside of the novel. So when I thought about that, and I thought about the environment I'm from and how to really, really start to put some things together in my mind. Like, wow, I can write these books if I just really get into it. So I wrote a letter to my old girl, my mom's, and I say, "Ma, I need you and Pop to get this book for me. Uh, how to write a book for dummies." You know what I'm saying? So they sent the book to me, went on Amazon, had it mailed to me. I got it, read it 4, 5 times. I said, "Wow, I can do this." So, I went to writing my little book by hand, you know what I'm saying, with the pen. You feel me? So, putting it on paper. And before I know it, man, I was putting things together, you know what I mean, in certain scenes, certain characters. So, when you write in an urban novel, the first thing you want to do is you want to write down all your characters. You want to first start with your beginning, your middle, and your end. You always want to begin with the end in mind. You want to begin with the end in mind. So you're going to already know how the story going to end. But now you got to write a story to meet up to that end. You feel what I'm saying? So when you're writing your story, you want to have your main characters, you want to have your class B characters and your class C characters. And, a few little people that run around. It's just like writing a movie. You know what I'm saying? And You want to make sure you stand in context, you stand on point, and you stand on subject. A lot of people get off subject from what the title of the story is. So you want to try to compact and combine a story for that title of the book. So you also want to make sure you put milestones. And milestones are what they like, maybe symbols or a gas station, a street that's familiar in that county or that city that you're writing about or that state. Because once people grabs hold of the milestone in in your story, they can kind of like put themselves right there at that moment because their memory will be like, wow, I used to be over here by this McDonald's on 45th Street. I used to be over here by this fishing hooks off Palm Beach Lakes. I used to be over here off Peachtree. You know what I'm saying? I used to be this way by JJ's Fish and Chicken in the Cantaloupe Road, you know, right across the street from the South DeKalb Mall. So you want to put milestones in your stories. That way people can, you know, relate to the scenery if they from your city. But if they not from your city, you want to put them in there anyway because of the simple fact it's correlating with what you're trying to express so they can get a visual of what you're trying to really say. And you can put them on the scene at the same time in their mindset. So this is some of the great keys to writing a good urban novel. And if it's about action, you want to make sure that you put in the emphasis on the words and making sure that your words resonating with the reader. So, you know, I got a lot of books I have wrote and they on Amazon as well. And I haven't transformed to the audio books yet because I want to get a few more books out and then I'm gonna, you know, delegate that responsibility to Audible. You feel me? And put all my books on Audible so when you ride and you sleep or whatever, you can listen. Working out, doing what you need to do, are you traveling, you can listen to my books. You know, and then that's gonna be one of the steps you're gonna be able to take as well. Once you get your first novel out, uh, in your first story out, uh, you can make that next transition to get to Audible. And also, another great key to writing urban novels is you want to at least have 100-page book or better. And dealing with the 100-page book, when you type in uh, Romans times numeral, you're gonna have that in your Google Docs or your Microsoft Word. A lot of people like to use Roman times numeral 14, which is good. You know, calibrate, whatever. You may choose your style, but make sure you go on Google Docs, write your book, or Microsoft Word, write your book. After you spell checked it and you edit it, did your spelling and your grammar check, uh, do your tools, and make sure you got your word count up because the more words, the more pages. The more words, the more pages. So if you write in 100-page book, basically like the minimum word count for 100-page book is somewhere between 20 to 35,000 words, or maybe 40,000. I don't wrote 40,000 word books, 70,000 word books, 20,000 word books, you know. So you want to make sure that you got a good page count for your readers. You want to make sure you got a subject that's going to grasp their attention, and you're going to make sure that you hitting all the points of emphasis to get your story across and making it relevant to the reader. That way the reader can understand it, resonate with it, get a message from it, Make sure your story got good substance, good characters. Make sure your story is mysterious, page turner. Also, you want to provoke thought. So if you're writing a part one, make sure you have a part two and a part three available. You know what I'm saying? Are coming right behind that series. Um, some more points on writing uh, KDP. So when you get done writing your novel, you done spell checked everything. Uh, you got your word count together. You got your editing together. Now you go to your Google Docs or whatever, and your Microsoft Word, whichever one you prefer. You download that into a PDF. So after you download that into the PDF, you go on KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. Get your account on Kindle Direct Publishing. Uh, Download your file, upload your file. After you done downloaded it from Google Docs or Microsoft Word, you're gonna upload your file to KDP after you created your account. They're gonna assign you an ISBN number. You put your title of your book. Now, after you do that, what you're gonna do is go to Cover Creator. Now, if you haven't purchased you a cover from some of the graphics makers that may be on Facebook or Instagram, you can find a few on YouTube as well. You holler at them, inbox them, DM them, go on their websites, pick you out a book cover. They send you the book cover back via email. You download your book cover in a PDF file again. Now you upload your book cover to KDP Direct Publishing, and they also what you have cover creators. So if you haven't got a book cover, you can create one right there on the site. Right there, it's simple, it's easy. I did a launch, new book launch live a couple days ago when I came out with Fire Knowledge 2, my latest book. I suggest you go get that. It's free right now on Amazon. It is free right now on Amazon, and I'll put that book down there in the link for you, and I'll put a couple more of my books in the link for y'all too as well. So you go on Amazon, Kindle, and check those books out. Now, after you have put your book on Kindle Direct Publishing, you uploaded your file, you uploaded your cover. What they're gonna do next is make sure everything's straight for you. You're gonna go to the pricing section. Ebooks generally go for 99 cents or better, and if you're making a hard cover copy for your book as well, you kind of want to price it by how many pages it is, so you can kind of get a general look around the market and see what kind of other authors got hardback cover books with, and kind of like what subjects you writing about. Put a price range around that. I usually go between $5 to $10, sometimes 20. It depends on how many pages I got and how long I took to construct everything, and the time and the effort that has been pushed into the book. So I go by my word count a lot. Okay. So now that you got that, I hope that was some great information for you. You can check out a lot of people here on YouTube as well that teach you how to write books, but I just gave you a great short version on how I do what I do, and also know that it is independent. Unless you're going through a publisher, that's the same route they're going to show you that I showed you. But I'm just showing you the most simple, basic way. You write your story, put it on Google Docs, put it on Microsoft Word, download it to the PDF. From the PDF, then you're going to upload it on Kindle Direct Publishing, get your book cover together, put your pricing together, send it out into the world, be published less than 24 hours to 72 hours. Next thing you know, you're a published author. This your boy, this your host. Thanks for tapping in. Just had to drop y'all some good jewels on how to get you some money, man, and get your story out there to the world. That way people can hear what you got to say. You can express your talents and your gift from what the Most High gave you. You know what I mean? Tapping in 2023. Peace.
Yo, Metro charge light. Yo, you got to charge. Damn, phone.